The bottom line is this. When we give working families a break, we're not just raising their quality of life, we're putting parents in a position to earn a paycheck. We're also positioning our country to compete in the world. That's what these bills are all about. If you want proof, just come to this training facility. This is where hard-working folks come to learn how to operate road graders and so much more. Where workers use virtual reality to master operating a crane. They learn how to deal with drones, to look underneath bridges and so on. Where young people in Michigan show up and emerge as expert technicians, engineers, heavy equipment operators. They leave here with a shot at something great, a union job with good wages and benefits that allow them to maintain their dignity and their pride. It's a ticket to the middle class. You know, the work of our time, it seems to me, those of us who hold public office, is to prepare ourselves to be more competitive and to win the fast-changing 21st century in the global economy. Things are changing incredibly quickly. That's why I propose two critical pieces of legislation being debated back in Washington right now. The first, a bill to invest in our physical infrastructure. And the second is a bill to invest in our human infrastructure. I'll talk about both these bills in just a moment, but first, I want to set one thing straight. These bills are not about left versus right, or moderate versus progressive, or anything that pits Americans against one another. These bills are about competitiveness versus complacency. They're about opportunity versus decay. They're about leading the world or continuing to let the world pass us by, which is literally happening. To support these investments is to create a rising America, America that's moving. To oppose these investments is to be complicit in America's decline. To support these bills is to pursue a broader vision of our nation, and to oppose them is to accept a very cramped view of our future. After all, how can we compete in the world if millions of American parents, especially moms, can't join the workforce because they can't afford the cost of child care or elder care and have to stay home? For example, here in Michigan, the average two-parent family spends $10,400 on child care costs for just one child each year. 30 years ago, the United States ranked sixth among advanced economies in the share of women in the workforce. You know where we are today? 23. 22 countries have a higher percentage of their women in the workforce making a competitive wage than the United States. While our competitors are investing in the care economy, we're standing still. And the fact is, millions of American parents are feeling the squeeze, having a hard time doing their job, earning a paycheck while taking care of their children or aging parents, and at the same time in this sandwich generation. My Build Back Better plan is going to change that. I've never been more optimistic about this country than I am right now. We're going to restore faith, pride, and dignity, the future of this country. And we're going to pass both of these bills and start building this economy to beat the competition and deliver for working families.